The awning is secured for traveling. This is written when we had manual awnings. You have a power awning, but you want to make sure it's all the way up. Check the basement compartment doors securely latched. We'll teach you how to do the knee dance, which is closing the compartment doors. Disconnect power cord, water hoses, rear steps, telephone lines. And by the way, when you're working with kids, if you're going to school and you're working with kids, a lot of times the kids come in the van, they will leave a lunchbox or something outside. Make sure you don't drive over some kid's lunchbox and make them very unhappy. And the last thing always is walk around the exterior of the van, check nothing under it, everything's shut, jacks are up. You got a light that tells you when the jacks are up, but don't believe the light. Light bulbs can burn out. Physically see the jacks are up. It is a very, very bad thing to do, to drive down the road with the jacks down. First, you don't get very far until you do a lot of damage. And again, I don't want to spend money on maintenance. It's happened. It's happened. We've ordered spare jack cylinders. Why do you need two front jack cylinders? Well, somebody didn't believe the light. Didn't believe the alarm, and they didn't look. And they drove off and bent the jack cylinders. The engine's very powerful. They'll take a 6,000-pound jack cylinder, just take and bend it right off the vehicle. Same thing with steps. That's very much a no-no to drive down the freeway with your steps out. Makes all the other drivers very nervous. So, a lot of things to watch out for, but just common sense, check it all, make sure it's in the right place, working the right way, and then you can drive off.
May I ask one?
Yes.
Probably very stupid question. Is there any way we can install something in the rail, and when we back up the car, we can hear the sound if you hear something or too close to the curb, or a camera, monitoring the front, something like that?
Yeah, you have that. You have a backup camera.
We have a backup camera.
And we added to your van because it came out after you placed the order. You have side view cameras. You can see what is on the side. You got
on the back.
You got a nice little Medi sports car on your left side, right in the blind spot from the mirror. You'll see them on the camera.
Oh.
So don't squish any sports cars. And you also have a backup buzzer. And by the way, when we get into the backup, backup buzzer, and you have side view cameras right and left side that you can see what's actually there. Over the years, we've found that we have ordered from the Winnebago factory a very high predominance of right rear corners as opposed to left rear corners. It's the right rear corner that gets it first. So if you use a side view camera, we hope that eliminates that problem. So I can tell you all kinds of things that have happened to other people because they weren't careful. And I'm trying to do a little bit of preventive medicine here so that you spend your money on dental materials and not maintenance. Okay, any questions on do's and don'ts?
So,
yes, sir.
You haven't covered about the vehicle maintenance itself. Is that not under your concern?
About which?
The maintenance, the vehicle, the engine.
Well, we'll get into that when we get to the vehicle. Okay, you have that. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this on the generator. The vehicle maintenance, so the engine of the van is just a regular old Chevy V8, and it gets the same things any other big Chevy V8 gets. Every 6,000 miles, it gets its oil and filter change. It gets its tires checked once a month. Gets its water checked once a month. And regularly routine maintenance, which is in the manual. You have a complete manual for the workhorse Chevy engine. Okay, just not the right one. Okay, you have the sheet here that talks about ADI generator, rev 1 and 2, okay. Hour meter, okay. We have the oil filter for the first oil change. At first 50 hours, which we'll probably get up to pretty soon here, by the end of this week, you want to change the hour, and then every 200 hours thereafter. Okay, to start the generator, a 12-volt switch on the generator has to be on. And the generator runs at a constant speed. There's the advantage of this is why the generator is very economical in its operation. It only runs at 1,800 RPM. Do we have any sports car drivers here? 1,800 RPM is how many miles per hour?
Eric? Sport car driver?
Depends on the car, it could be 40.
60 miles per hour. Okay. So if we do 100 hours, let's see, let me make this right. Yeah. Every 1,000 hours is equivalent of 60,000 miles. Okay. So that's a lot of time on the generator. So it's very important that you change the oil by the time, because you're not measuring mileage, you're measuring time. And we changed the oil to 200-hour intervals with synthetic oil. Synthetic oil costs a little bit more, but it costs less to change with synthetic oil every 200 hours than it is to change regular oil every 100 hours. And we find that we expect that generator to go at least 5,000 hours, and we find that we're getting much more than 5,000 hours with synthetic oil. We've got one generator now saying up to 8,000 hours on the original engine, good compression, running well. And then the oil to use is 530 Mobile 1 synthetic, 3.5 quarts. And you have all the different oil filters down there at the bottom to use. That is a sample of the Napa Gold, and you can get these filters anywhere. Same thing with all the other parts, the air filters, spark plugs. They're all standard, off-the-shelf automotive items. Nothing special. Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah, this question might sound stupid, but just a curiosity, your saying hour is talking about vehicle operation hour, or is it driving hour?
No, this is generator hours only.
Generator.
Yeah, the vehicle you'll service by the odometer, by mileage.
Right. But you have different items here, right? All depend on generator hours.
Yes.
How we,
Yeah, 200 hours is equivalent to 12,000 miles.
how do we keep track of the running hour of generators?
It's got an hour meter right on the control panel.
Oh, okay.
Hour meter right on the control panel.
Actually, you bring out the question everyone got.
Yeah, we have an illustration here of the control panel.
That's good.
There's your control panel. Hour meters in the upper left-hand corner.
That's not a mileage.
Right, no, it's hours. 100 hours equals 6,000 miles.
It's different with the vehicle we drive.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So this is a gas generator,
That's correct.
and what kind of gas you would?
The cheapest thing you can buy that'll burn.
You mean it's not necessary, for some our fancy car, we have to fill up the top line of the gas. Then how about this van? What kind of gas?
We do not build mobile dental vans on BMW chassis. We build on Chevys and Fords, and then literally, most of the gas in this area is 87 octane. In Canada, we had some 85 octane gas, and we had hills, and push it real hard, we get a little bit of pinging, but it'll work just fine on 87 octane.
Good.
Don't spend any money for premium gas, it's not going to do anything for you.
Oh, good.
The generator will virtually run on, we've used old gas and some stale gas, and it still runs. Once it's warmed up, it'll run.
Is it?
What gas brand you suggest?
Cheapest. Cheapest.
Unnecessary
Standard oil is the cheapest, but
Because some of the car dealer, I remember some of car dealer, they say, they really recommend, the chef